Anyways, hi you
Huh.
guys, Starpub_, cat lover here, and today I'm playing on my Silvermoths SMP. For a Europe section of this, it seems pretty. Oh, I'm already at one bar. Oof. I literally have to close some tabs to make sure it's not too laggy.
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm looking to COVID. I'm getting stoned right now.
Alright. I'm getting so many Discord pings, like as of right now. I can literally
Oh,
hear it. I can make us like a decent base.
here.
Thanks. We spawn in a pretty good area,
Yeah.
even if I'm lagging a lot. Made a group chat.
Okay.
Okay, I think over here should be good for this group chat, for this base layout. I got the decent shape for the base right now. Just need to get a lot more wood.
I don't got wood.
Okay. so laggy. I'm on 1 bar already.
Um, I'm pretty good.
This is on the Europe server.
I know.
Oh, it's almost nighttime.
Take a shield.
Okay, I'm on 2 bars now, luckily.
Okay. I'll go mining. Good base.
Okay.
I'll also get some food.
Alright. Okay, time to attack this while I'm at 1 bar. Oh, nice. In front of us. Not a creeper. Okay, let's see. Don't be still. Okay. Were you able to find a good, amount of items?
Um, I have 39 right now.
Okay. Because I was able to get us some wheat seeds. So we can make a
Okay.
small wheat farm. When it becomes daytime, I'm gonna get some sheep for us.
Okay.
But for now, time to get someone to continue on the base. Need a lot of wood. There.
That.
I'm on 3 hearts right now.
Uh,
Oh, you got some string. How much?
1.
Okay, if we get a second one, we can make a fishing rod.
Yeah.
Creeper! Okay. Okay. There we go. Yes, I can see the sun rising. Creeper at our base. Or well near it. Okay. Nope. Yes, finally. Were you able to get a second string?
Yes.
Okay.
Here.
And I made us a storage area.
Okay.
Fishing rod now made.
Okay. I'm a hunger reset.
Where?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm back here.
Now that we have a fishing rod here, you can use it to fish some fish.
Okay.
Creeper! There's a creeper. Okay, got the area for our little wheat farm ready.
Okay.
I just need a bucket now. And
I
a
have a
hoe.
bucket. I have a hoe.
Okay. Okay, I'm waiting for this, like, okay. Hey, look, I was able to get some coal. What? What was that about? I don't like it when your powers are suddenly low after a long while. Mm-hmm. They're probably in the live still singing. This, like, stop. Bye. Okay, I bet Mango's in here. Looks like this is gonna be about Silvermoth and the lifesteal. Okay. Why, internet? Why must it be this way? Let me just join. Come on, come on. Okay. Okay. For some reason, my mic isn't working. Microphone.
I vape, but I don't like need to vape, you know? I only do it when my friends do it. Or on the weekends. I don't know. I don't really like to think about it.
Why are my bars so low? Why is it? So many people. Don't think I'll be able to survive in this server. Nope, I won't be able to survive. Looks like. So many other servers too. Could try out this Kingdom server. Okay.
Alright, so very recently, there's a little debacle going on here on YouTube, and but mainly on Twitter. It started on Twitter, alright? And I would never usually make a video like this, but this is a creator that I'm not super into them, but I do enjoy watching her videos whilst I draw. Now, originally, when I discovered the situation, I discovered it through her, actually. And now I wasn't really paying attention to the speed paint whatsoever. I was just listening to what she was saying and drawing like I normally do. And based on how she was talking about the situation, how she was wording everything, I was on her side. I gave her a benefit of the doubt, and I just assumed, yeah, all right, it's Twitter. Twitter's sort of a crazy place. I originally was in the mindset of, yeah, I don't think you're using AI. But now, however, that it's changed. It's changed drastically how I feel about this entire situation. And I do believe that she traced over something, and it is most likely AI that she traced over for her sketch video, and then for her final product, I believe she ran her final product through AI. I'm just going to be talking about that. I'm going to be showing, I left a comment on her video detailing my opinion, and I'm basically going to be sharing that in this video and going a bit more in detail and showing examples and all that stuff. Okay, so I'm being honest, completely honest as a fellow artist. These are just the things that I notice and that I seen others pointing out and that I agree with. Upon me, the reason why people are saying it looks like AI is for a multitude of reasons. First off, your base sketch does not consistently line up and follow the level of line art that was depicted. This sort of base sketch, these balls, the ball jointed wrists, whatever, all of this bubbly looking base are things that we tend to see in very beginner to artists that are still figuring things out on their own, right? This isn't the type of behavior you would see in an advanced artist who would be able to pull off this sort of line art without changing anything. Some artists, advanced artists, are able to just draw beautifully right out the gate. They're able to just draw from their brain and just spit it out onto paper. They're able to do that without changing a lot of things, right? But the thing is, they're able to do that because they have years of experience. Pommy, you do not have a public history of your art. People have no way to judge whether your improvement is linear or if it lines up to what was shown in the past. And based off of your base sketch, I do not believe you are this advanced artist who is able to just pop off line art like this and it looks masterful and you change nothing. And that's it. No. Yeah, I just can't believe that you are that advanced of an artist without any proof of your history in art and based off of how your base sketch looks. The 3 balls you drew, they're completely unnecessary. And they're not even used for anything. I would assume that the 2 balls on both of the sides, right, would be a guideline to how you would draw the jaw around it, right? But you don't do that on the right side. You completely ignore it and you make the jaw higher up above the ball. So they're not really adding to anything. Usually in art, you do things with intention or to help you depict something. Those balls are not helping you with anything. And what gets me the most is you don't 100% follow this base sketch either. Do you see how the jaw looks? And then when you go in with the line art, the jaw is completely different. Base sketches are there for you to base a little bit more detailed sketch on top of that. So you're able to map out where you want your limbs to go, where you want the head to be positioned, that sort of thing. But if you skip the second sketch, base sketches are also there as a guideline, especially for an artist of your level. They are there as a guideline, which you don't really utilize during your line art stage. You sort of follow along in some places, but especially in like the head area, you just ignore it. It looks like you're following something else underneath that base sketch. And now what also gets me the most is, Pommy, you didn't even sketch out the placement of the eyes or the mouth to make sure it's spaced correctly. Again, advanced artists are able to do this because they have years and years and years of experience of drawing in their style. Based off of your base sketch, everybody can rightfully assume that you are not that advanced of an artist. So how are you able to perfectly place down the nose, the mouth, the eyes, and they are perfectly spaced out with no sketch, no nothing underneath that, and you don't even need to tweak it either? How? It's almost like you are sketching over something that we cannot see under the base sketch. Now, in some places, you do redraw like the shoulder. You redraw the accessories and the little starred heart shapes a few times. But you're not really moving anything around with like a lasso tool or with liquify that a lot of artists tend to use because they originally placed something incorrectly and you need to fix that. You don't demonstrate that behavior whatsoever. You don't need to move anything. Even advanced artists do play around with their drawings. They do change their composition, they change a few aspects, they use the lasso tool to change things around to see if to try out different poses, different or whatever, or because they did make a mistake and they're correcting it. You, however, don't even need to redraw or move any aspect of your drawing. And that is very, very abnormal for somebody of your skill level. Another thing I like to point out as well is the fact that you already had your crown details put into place in the base sketch before you even sketched in the actual crown. Makes 0 sense. Most artists sketch in the base structure of the items, then sketch in the details on top of it. And the main reason why that I keep mentioning it looks AI is the fact that throughout the entire speed paint, you, Pomni, look like you already know where to place something without the need to move it. This is the same type of behavior people who trace over AI exhibit in all of their speed paints. And another thing, you said that you traced the hands from a past drawing. Alright? A lot of artists do that. A lot of artists trace ourselves, right? But if you did that, then why do we not see that past drawing pop up? We see no aspect of that drawing pop up in the speed paint whatsoever. Like, we see the crown image that you're referencing there, and it's fine. I know some people mention that sometimes when you delete things, speed paints will not show the deleted stuff. That is true, but it will show things that were in the program for a significant amount of time. Usually, an image coming in won't show up in the speed paint if you did nothing with it and you deleted it soon after you dropped it into the canvas. But you were tracing over the hand for a significant amount of time. We should have seen that in the speed paint. Now, why do we not see that in the speed paint? Well, it's because you're using Procreate. And Procreate has this handy dandy thing called hidden layers, where you're able to hide things. Now, you could have placed your past drawing under a hidden layer, but why would you do that? If it's your drawing, if it's your own drawing, why would you hide that? But now, since you have hidden something, we can't trust that you didn't also hide an AI-based image to trace over, because it brings reasonable doubt. Why should we believe that you hid your own drawing to trace over, but then also trust your word that you didn't trace over any AI image? You've already used a hidden layer once, you could use it again. So we can't trust the speed paint. That whole thing in itself makes this whole speed paint completely redundant. A small little note. Pomni said that the hearts on the crown were too difficult to draw in 3/4.
Right, and I tried to explain, but drawing a heart like from like a tilted perspective, because the way the wedge was turning, it was challenging, and I just kept messing up and making me really agitated. You couldn't tell what it was, okay? So I thought, you know what? It's kind of like a beachy themed, cute little outfit. What if I made it like a starfish kind of thing, like give some stars? I thought that would be cute.
Now it's a little funny because you're directly referencing the crown image, and you're not drawing that crown from a different angle. So you can just directly reference your reference, right? But usually stars are a bit more difficult to draw in different angles compared to hearts, especially if the reference that you're already using that is in the same exact angle that you're drawing has a hearts. Just reference those hearts. We're not even mentioning the biggest elephant in the room with us yet. This video that Pomni uploaded does not show the completed speed paint from start to finish. It stops midway into the line art phase where she's starting to color stuff in, but it cuts off from there. That's where the video ends. That's it. That's all we get. And I don't know where else that she uploaded this 14 or however long minute speed paint video. I went on her Twitter. All I see is a 30-second one, which again, 30-second speed paints do cut out things. I can't find this longer speed paint that she put in this video. And so that raises a question, right? All right. So maybe you didn't use AI for this part of the drawing. But how do we know if you didn't go ahead and traced the rest of the drawing with AI and you just cut that part of the video? Which makes no sense. If you're trying to defend yourself from AI, why would you end your own speed paint before it can finish the drawing? And you're telling everybody who is giving you rightful criticism to use our frontal lobe? Your attitude is completely misplaced. All right, for this segment of the video, we're going to look at her final drawing. And I just want to point out a few details that I find suspicious. All right, I finally got this paint work. All right, so this is Pomni's finished sketch. One thing I immediately noticed, do you see how all these hair strands here look like they're behind this darker red strands, right? Well, then there's this random strand
Yes.
just on top of it. everything. That doesn't really make any sense because you should be like doing all these like little strands on the same layer. So why would you not go back to that layer to add this strand? This part is a little weird. You see how it's like this, but then there's like a strand inside that strand. It's a little odd. This strand completely like goes back into the hair like this. That's not normal. I feel like it should be like this. Now some of the little things might be because like she's just sketching it really quickly, but yeah, I'm not really computing with me. Hold on, your jaw here, 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 here. Like again, like this is very inconsistent with how like her sketch looked. Yeah, I truly don't understand. Like what's going on over here? That might not be anything. This probably not anything, but this little part right here where like the brown is like bleeding a bit here, there's like weird brown dots and stuff. It's a little odd since she copy and pasted the ears and stuff, but like you don't really see that issue over here. I think the hair colors are a bit like blending into the ears as well, because the hair's blended with like this green, with this weird green, and you don't really see that weird green show up in her skin at all except like on the ears. That might be because I think she ran this image or her sketch or whatever through AI, and it just like couldn't comprehend that those were like her ears and stuff, and kind of just blended all the colors together oddly. Because you usually, if you see like artists using like one color to blend something like skin wise, like you'll probably see those colors pop up in other areas of the skin. I myself use a lot of pinks and blues and some yellow, and those colors will pop up everywhere all over the skin because that's how I render skin. So it is a bit odd that the green shows up in her ears and not anywhere else. What I also find weird is these bead patterns here. My assumption. Is that they're supposed to like wrap around the arm, but how is it? How? What is that? Unless if her arm is like this skinny, this skinny, but I don't believe that's right. Like the arm should be like this, or that's a bit wonky. Hold on. Like that, all right? And then the beads should come down like that. A reason why it looks like this, is because AI has a really hard time being consistent with details that go behind other objects. And you noticeably see that here. And you notice it, I think, in a few other places of the hair, like this. Like the AI fucked this up, thought this needed to go behind this, but that obviously makes zero sense. AI is just super bad at stuff like that. And I don't know where the ear is going. The ear's like this. So I feel like we should see a bit of the ear go back there, but we don't really see anything. Like, is this line the ear? I'm not, like this line right here. I'm not quite sure. Like what is this line doing? I mean, I guess you could draw like that, but she says she did it in a hurry and in a rush, which I guess could explain like these lines over here, details here. That's a really weird melted looking line. And then it kind of goes back here, and then it just like does nothing. I don't think it's connecting like back with this at all. So like, wouldn't you, what? And then this is part of like the front area of the hair. So I feel like we should see a bit of the ear go back there, but we don't really see anything. Like, is this line the ear? So wouldn't you like have it connect to the front area instead of the back area? Like, look, you don't even see like the pearls connect up here on her neck. And they don't look like they go past the hands either. Do you see that? And then this one doesn't have an outline. Why do some of your pearls have outlines and some of them don't? It has a very AI glossy look as well, and you will notice that especially. Let me line it up. I'm trying to line it up to the best of my ability here. I believe that's correct. Yeah, look. Like this image just has like a blurry glow to it that just gives you that's very reminiscent of AI generated photos. Like do you see how like her lines go from like being harsh down